Can people smell each other's pheromones? Do people even have pheromones? Last time I read up on it, it went like this. Pheromones are real. We use them in studying animals and insects. Many of them we synthesize the pheromone to use. Scientific evidence of human pheromones is problematic. Testing people to see if they react in similar ways shows evidence the pheromones are there. Furthermore, some studies have captured human pheromones but they seem to break down very quickly. So studying them is problematic. This means some people will tell you they don't exist, while others will. As for whether some company has discovered a way to synthesize human pheromones and making them stable enough they can put them in a cologne, it's highly doubtful. Edit postscript. I believe in human pheromones. I heard that a marriage counselor always considered it a red flag if one of the couples that came in complained of their partner smelling bad, despite adequate hygiene. She said that those couples usually ended in divorce. There was a study done a while ago, I believe it was the late 90s, where they had a bunch of guys bathe with unscented soap, then wear a t-shirt for a day without any scented products. They had women smell the shirts and rank the smell from most attractive to least attractive. They analyzed the women's ranking with genetic comparison data and found that women preferred the scent of men who were fairly genetically similar, but not too genetically similar. Essentially, their conclusion was that humans are attracted to others who are fairly genetically similar to increase productive offspring, but not too genetically similar to reduce the risk of inbreeding. They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time. I used to see my ex a lot after he worked out and I always loved his scent and found it so distinct. Everyone around me mentioned how bad and sweaty he smelled, but I genuinely never noticed or smelled anything. I believe pheromones played a role. I don't know, but I do remember reading that if you like the smell someone has naturally, then they are potentially a good genetic match for you. I love the wafty stench that comes from my dear husband's armpits, his ball sweat, not so much. Honestly, I didn't believe it until I moved out. Me and roommates are besties and there have been times where they smelled unnaturally good without taking a shower or anything. Especially jarring because I usually can't smell much, but generally have no issue smelling his pheromones. I feel like it's more detecting compatible pheromones than actually smelling. Think of someone you've been attracted to and wondered why. Perhaps they aren't your usual type or you don't find them physically attractive, but there is something about them. Pheromones play a part there. My current partner and I are crazy about smelling each other and talk about how the pheromones are strong with us. It's that fresh, new and exciting time when you're with someone and you feel dreamy just sitting next to them. Pheromones. Yes and yes. Though usually not the same way we smell smells. So it's not as easy as saying X. Testosterone smells like banana, much more subtle in smell, but very effective. Usually the one more sensually perceived by most is the smell of fear. I believe in them. Haven't you ever kissed someone? Felt nothing, didn't particularly care for the way they taste, they don't really taste or smell like anything. And then you kiss someone and they taste so good. Even the smell of their breath in the morning isn't bad? I remember when my husband and I started dating, I told him we should kiss because then we would know if this was worth pursuing. I feel like it's a more subliminal or subconscious thing. Like you sense it. You know it's there, but cannot show or prove it. We have them, but their effects are limited because of modern hygiene. Deodorant, perfume, showers, and clothing amongst other things all have an effect. I don't know if it's pheromones, but I can for sure smell when women are on their period or pregnant. Even weeks before it shows. The better I know the women, the more likely I am to detect. I don't know if it was pheromones exactly, but an ex of mine used to smell really good sometimes. I would tell her when I thought this. And one day she said, "You can smell when I'm horny." I've only ever smelled something like this with her and one other woman. My current girlfriend is horny very frequently, but I never notice a strong smell either way. I think certain people are just tuned in to other people's particular scents for whatever reason. Yes, some of us can discern pheromones by smell. Some people emit a lot of pheromones. Some barely a trace. Some situations produce lots of pheromones. Some people respond very strongly. Others not so much. Edit. Not everybody realizes they're reacting. I've met a few women with the exact pheromones my body was looking for. Some people would call it love at first sight. I knew it was lust at first sniff. As for situations, here's an example. A 19-year-old couple has been fooling around for a few hours. Yes, hours. If only to be young again like that. While the parents were out for the evening. Parents return and the whole house has that funky smell. And if you ever smell it, you'll know in an instant what it is. People have been having sex and sweating like crazy. Mop that sweat up on a shirt and wear it to a nightclub and you will attract people like moths to a flame. Wear it to a swingers club and you'll be having sex in the bathroom before you know it. Oh, trust me, I can definitely smell other people. I've done a lot of smelling. And yes, they're real. It's a shame we want to hide them and cover up with other chemical smells. Dior is my pheromone. Saluting face, it works. I have heard something like if someone's body odor doesn't smell bad to you, then it means that you're genetic, immune system opposites? Something like that. So you will be able to have very healthy offspring or something. Don't quote me on that though.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.